Hey, how are y'all? Welcome to Wednesday and Facebook Live. I think the camera's crooked. We're just going to press on. All right. Hope you guys are doing well. And I am excited about this dish because this is a dish that we did for our lookbook last year. And we got a lot of great response on it because it's delicious, but also because it's really fast. And it makes use of several really delicious spice blends and spices. So let's see. Hey there, Jamie. I want to see who else is here with me. If Reagan is here. Oh, hey, Reagan. Yay. All right, let's get going. So, this dish, so I'm going to start it a little bit and then I'm going to explain to you why I am cooking it. There's my rice. So, I'll get it going, and then there's a very specific reason why we are cooking this one today, because we're super excited about something that's going to happen tomorrow. So let me check out my rice. I think I did a great job. So I got a pot of rice going. You could do really any grain, but I like it with rice. So I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer. Okay, so this is a quick tikka masala. Hello. And tikka masala is an Indian dish, but it's a westernized Indian dish that's been really popular in England and also in the United States. So it employs a lot of the traditions of India, but then some other things that speak to our palates a little bit more, especially with the reduced amount of heat and the addition of some dairy at the end. So what I have going here so far is a pound and a half of chicken thighs and an onion chopped, and they are sauteing and browning in some avocado oil. So let me get a hot hand here. And I want to show you what's been happening. So it's just been browning and doing its thing for about 7 minutes or so. And what's happening in this pan is really important. So all of this that's building up on the sides and bottom, that's all flavor. And so we're going to lift all that up with the liquid that goes in later. But so far, what I've done before you got here is chicken thighs and onion. Boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I trim them of the excess fat, chop them into bite-sized pieces in there with a small dice yellow onion. And now we're going to go on and add the rest of our ingredients. Okay, so what happens? Oh, the chicken, the boneless, skinless thighs that were chopped, that were diced. I seasoned with tikka masala. So this is a spice blend that we sell, and it's obviously for this dish, and it has all those traditional flavors, but it's a spice blend. It's a multi-purpose. There I am. So spice blends, think of them as the all-purpose blend of that region. Tikka masala or a curry powder would simply be the all-purpose blend. They would certainly make the dish, look at it, paprika, there's clove, coriander, really beautiful warm spices. So they would make the dish with that, but that's not the only thing you can do with these spice blends. They're all-purpose blends. You could fold this into ground beef for burgers. Take your burgers in a different direction. You could do chicken breasts, a whole roast chicken, steak, shrimp, fish. So we like to make sure folks understand that spice blends are there to make that dish, but also they're super multi-purpose. Okay, I have to stop talking. So what goes in here now is 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. Alana, you might have to get me a red handle spatula, a small one, 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. And then I'm going in with garam masala and turmeric. Garam masala is another Indian blend that you'll see called for often, thank you, in conjunction to other spices. So they'll have a long list of spices for a curry, and then at the end they say add garam masala. So garam masala is sometimes referred to as Indian five spice, and we're going in with a teaspoon. So this smells like clove, allspice, cardamom, really, really beautiful. And for me, it's a pantry staple because it's sort of my finishing touch for my curries and other dishes. But garam masala is fantastic on a piece of chicken or fish. Just keep in mind that garam masala is salt free. So you have to add some salt. Y'all, this smells so good already. And then I went in with turmeric. So turmeric's going to give it that beautiful, vibrant color. So what's happening in here is that now I've got tomato paste, spices, and it's getting kind of pasty. And the spices are toasting a little bit, which is a very good thing. Okay, and now I need to go in with garlic and ginger. So my favorite tool, my microplane. No one wants to watch me stand here and mince garlic. So it's going to go super fast with this. 1 clove, 2 cloves. Y'all, I absolutely love my family who knows that for a year I've gone live on Facebook on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and they text me at 4:30 on Wednesdays. Okay, uh-oh, that won't happen to you. Everything's fine. Okay, 3 cloves of garlic in there. Now I need ginger. I need a tablespoon of ginger. I love this tool because I'm going straight to my ginger. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it, but I need a tablespoon. And I've peeled back the skin of the ginger, the outside, and I've got my ginger in there. And that smell is pretty dynamite. Okay, and you want those to saute for about a minute. So again, you're still toasting those spices. This is pasty and thick. You aren't in a high liquid environment at this point. So things are still sauteing, and that looks gorgeous. Okay, so now what we do is we go in with stock and we let that do a bubble bubble, and then the heavy cream goes in at the end. So I'm going to crank my heat up because I need a boil. So I went to get this together for today, and I didn't have any chicken stock. And I'm going to show you what I used. And I promise I'm going to tell you why I'm making this dish. How did you know? Right? There you go. Now you know what to do with your tikka masala. Y'all, look at this. So it's got a beautiful dark color because of all that fond, all that brown that you're pulling up off the bottom of that pan is going to add richness and beautiful color. But you've got tomato paste. Oh, I need to go in my tomato sauce, tomato paste and tomato sauce and stock. Look, this recipe's on our website. Don't worry. You won't forget anything. It's going to be perfect. Okay, so I need this to give me some bubbles. So it's nice and smooth there I am. It's nice and smooth as I stir it. That means I've gotten all that goodness up off the bottom and sides of this little pan. And I'm going to let that heat through. Okay, I want to talk about the stock, and I want to talk about why I'm cooking this. So I didn't have stock. It's frozen, solid. So we have a product that we sell here in the store. It's vegan broth powder. So it's essentially vegetables that are cooked, dehydrated, ground into a powder. And you can take a heaping teaspoon of that in a cup of water. These are our new measuring glasses that we just got in stock, and I can't take the cuteness. So you just simply whisk that into a cup of water, and you've got stock, a really flavorful stock that really works well. And I'm not even going to say in a pinch. Like I would use this daily. So a great product to have on hand, um, and really delicious and very convenient. Okay, why am I cooking this? I'm cooking this because season 3 of my podcast, Smidgen, launches tomorrow. In tomorrow's episode, we talk about quick meals. So I know we all feel like we've been cooking 3 meals a day forever, and we kind of have. So in the beginning of the pandemic, it was a novelty and people were really digging it. And then it got real old. Moms were like, I got to feed these people 3 times a day. Um, so the need for quick meals, pandemic or not, is necessary. So we talked about, is a 30-minute meal a true story? Is that real life? And it absolutely is if you know what cut of protein to grab, and that would be in this case boneless, skinless thighs that are cut fairly small. You need to know, you need to have things on hand that help you out in a pinch, like the broth powder. So that got me there rather than, oh, well, I don't have stock. I guess I can't make it. Having your pantry well stocked with spice blends, with things like tomato paste that we keep here in the shop, and lots of fresh spices, having that ready to go, you can get to meals in 30 minutes. But if I had to think of one in the shop that we've done, this really is for true a 30-minute meal. Okay, so I've got some great bubbles going. And what I'm going to do is, much like the Indian curries that, appeal to us, westernized versions, there's typically dairy at the end or coconut milk. And you could totally do coconut milk, but I'm going in with heavy cream and we're going to stir that around and get some bubbles and get that to thicken up. It's gorgeous. And then I'm going to chop up a big handful of cilantro. So, look, you guys, I want to make sure you get to know my podcast. It is available on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app. And I said that because I can't think of any others. But 2 seasons are out there. You can listen to them in any order. It's been super fun. And this season, we're having a lot of fun just taking a deep dive into cooking and solving the home cook's problems. So that's what we're here for, to provide solutions. So tomorrow's episode is all about 30-minute meals and my tips to get there. And then going forward, we have some great episodes coming up. All right, I'm going to give let me clean up my mess here. This will be very, very tidy when you do this at home. Don't worry, it's going to be perfect. So, got my big handful of cilantro, some of the tender stems. I break off the tough ends, but I keep the tender ends, stems, and I'm going to give that a chop and another chop, and then that's going to go in my tikka masala. So, I'm all for improvising recipes, and definitely you should be prepared to adjust recipes at the end, but I've never had to adjust this recipe at the end. The flavors, the combination is perfect. Okay, in goes the cilantro. Look, if you don't like cilantro, you can use parsley or green onions, but I am all for the cilantro. And this is gorgeous. Look at that. Hang on. It's just beautiful. It's rich, it's thick. I think this is company worthy when we can have company, and just absolutely beautiful. So, if you listen to tomorrow's episode, you're going to hear me talk about this dish. And if this didn't get you to want to make this, tomorrow's episode will. But 30-minute meals are real. It's the real story. And we can get you there to the delicious meals that are really satisfying and have great flavors. So I've got a little rice in here. I'm going in with my tikka masala. We need to look back at our Facebook Lives. I think we're coming up on a year of our first Facebook Live. We started doing this during the pandemic because we were panicking. We're like, how do we talk to our customers? And then I said, I can't do this. I don't know how to do Facebook Live. I don't know how to do these things. And here I am, week after week, coming to you live on Facebook. So there's my tikka masala. You can hit it with more cilantro or green onions if you want to, but I'm going to take a bite and talk to you guys with my mouth full. And this is so hot. I'm stalling. Mm. Every time. It's just perfect. The heat, it's mild heat from the tikka masala, so beautiful. And then all those layers of warm flavors from warm spices, meaning your allspice, cardamom, clove. Oh, the clove in this is beautiful. Oh, thank you. Someone said I'm doing great. Thank you. I'm going to take another bite. It's so this is satisfying. This is a nice bowl of comfort. Mm, so good. Definitely listen to the podcast. Give it a listen tomorrow. Download it. Tell all your friends. Make some tikka masala, and then get in touch with me and tell me how it was. All right, you guys, super fun as always. I love you all. I'll see you on the podcast, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Thanks.